How's it going, everyone? And as always, welcome back to Continues to Tick. So friends, I keep trying to figure out for myself, does consistency lead to progress? And progress truly lead to results? Can it really be that simple? Not easy, never easy, but simple. In order to figure it out, when I want to quit and stop, when I'm guilty of telling myself none of this work is worth it, I haven't seen nor feel the results I desire yet. I frequently remind myself of all the things I haven't stuck to growing up, and where I'd be right now if I simply never stopped. This has allowed me to see the other side, see that the option of stopping gets more expensive as we age. Now, just imagine that concept. Where would you be if you simply never stopped? Never stopped playing sports, never stopped school, never stopped loving, never stopped growing. It's hard, right? So it really makes me question, is stopping, or the lack of consistency, ultimately the last threshold, when snapped, dismantles us into becoming unaligned with our future vision? I'm thinking possibly it is, but again, still trying to figure this out right now. So I say let's practice. Let's truly figure this out. Allow it time to display itself. And I'm doing this on the back end right now. As you've seen, as you've been able to witness over time, with this YouTube channel weekly uploads, with this dividend portfolio, both seeing the results of this ideation, the result of this plan. The trajectory of both has only been up. So far so good. But time will tell. Time always tells. Unfortunately or fortunately, time will eventually expose us all, truly showing you and others your life successes and your questionable decisions. It's inevitable. But really, where it matters most, and where I'm now fully shaping my focus to, is realizing that because life is more than just finances, I'm now applying this idea also to not just my dividend portfolio or my YouTube channel, but also my life today. Questioning myself, do my daily habits align with the goals and outcomes I desire in life? If so, am I imagining where I'd be if I never stopped? Or on the contrary, am I imagining living a life of lies, complacency, no movement, no general direction, but expecting the same result? Or almost worse yet, expecting nothing, just living through the motions, with no intention. The former is what we need. The latter is what we often do. It's difficult to be mindful, daily, intentional daily. The moments I want to quit have been many, but I can't quit. I remind myself I can't, because quitting equates to never, and never will lead to nothing. And having accomplished nothing is a cycle that also keeps giving, just in a different way, not in the ways we desire. It gives less and less results, more and more shame, more guilt, more negative self-talk, maybe even more self-hatred, and even higher mountain to climb, limiting our ability each passing year to climb it. We must change to a mindset of pursuit, or how else do we expect to have any sort of positive trajectory? A stagnated mindset leads to a flat line, no progression. Stationary or false movement may feel like movement, but we're not actually going anywhere, and we wonder why. I mean, if you keep waiting for the perfect moment to launch, you never will. And if you're never looking to launch at all, you never will. Don't fall in that trap. Practice consistency. Let me tell you today, it's worth it. And start there. What I'm really trying to say, friends, think about it. If you keep waiting for the external world to adjust to you, things will never change. Never. It's a constant choice, every single day, to want to be different, to want to be successful, to not want to remain stagnant and stuck in time. And get this, success can look however you shape it to be. It truly can. You set your ceiling. And on this same thread is happiness. Our success and happiness needs to align. You can always have one without the other. So be mindful. I'll leave with this. I work in a prison of all places, and I'll tell you right here, right now, I've seen prisoners happier inside those prison walls than the people out here. Imagine that. Despite the gloomy realm of what it physically and mentally means to be behind those institutional walls, the real prison, I'm realizing, will always remain behind the layers of our own personal minds, limiting ourselves each day. So what is stopping you? I'll tell you, because it's the same for me, and we're not too different here. You are stopping you. So how about now we take a quick pause to allow me to just say thanks for being here. It is appreciated. If you've enjoyed this journey, you can always subscribe as this story will continue to unfold. And as for the mind cleanser, here's a picture of my hotel room from Puerto Vallarta. Yes, you guessed it, another wedding. And now here we are this week in the Jesse's Cash Flow portfolio, currently at $56,487.17. And the progress continues, and it looks like lately we've been making some positive progress in the markets, which is a good turn from what it's been lately. And I'm sure we all can appreciate that. But regardless, the journey continues for me as it continues for you. And as you can see, here we are on the all-time charts with a return of 30.16%, which equates to a total gain of $7,211.46. And if you look a little closer here, you can see from market gain alone, it's $5,725.04. And from earned dividends, we're getting closer to the $1,500 total earned dividends mark, which is really neat. Almost there. Currently at $1,486.42. And just to take a peek at last week's performance, as I mentioned, it was actually not ugly for the first time in a while, and I'll take it. As you can see here, with a return of 5.37%, which equates to a total gain for the portfolio of $2,873.82. And as we make our way further into wrapping up this week's video, here we are in the dividend activity section. And I could have just skipped this section entirely. As you can see, there wasn't much action here this week. But just like always, we did have our $500 deposit on May 25th. And also on the same day, we had the funnel with a very, very small, but still important snowball of 56 cents. And so that's going to be it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for consistently stopping by. I do enjoy making these videos, and regardless, I always find the way to be here week after week. I just want to continue to be the example that with consistency, it leads to progress, and through that progress, it'll lead to results. As for mentioning, I am currently in Puerto Vallarta. Technically, yes, for another wedding, but it's a wedding / personal family vacation with me, my girlfriend, and her side of the family. And it's my first time here. So for this week's video, I was able to push out just my normal video. But for my next one, possibly expect some updates. It might be more of a check-in video, but we'll see. Enough with the ramble. We've made it through 7 days, and because of that, we have a high chance of making it through another 7. And as always, I'll be here when that time arrives, once again. And until then, as always, take care.